is a Star Destroyer.
And welcome back. This is your man Warrior, and I am so freaking excited. We are getting the Chimaera. This is an amazing Empire capital ship. It's Grand Admiral Thrawn's capital ship. So the Chimaera is, like you just saw in the thing, from the Star Wars Rebels, and it's his main ship. It's pretty amazing. They've got 4 abilities, much like other capital ships that we're going to go over today. So we're going to have some play in the background. Remember that the background play is beta gameplay, so everything you see may or may not be something that's coming into the game. They're just trying to give you a feel for the abilities by showing you gameplay. Shortly enough, eventually, we're obviously going to have this ship and we'll be able to do more real strategy videos. But for now, we're going to go over the basics of this ship. So the first thing you're going to notice is his basic. His basic is called Calculated Strike, and it's going to say target ally is called to assist with 35% additional offense. Pretty awesome. So he's going to be able to call whoever he likes to assist. This is going to help call whoever you want. For example, Darth Vader would be able to apply target lock by calling him to assist, and he's going to do more offensive damage because of it. His first special ability is called Art of War, and Art of War says that all allies are going to recover 20% health and gain a buff for 2 turns. Now, for attackers, that's going to be offense up. For support, that's going to be foresight. For tanks, that's going to be defense up. That makes it obviously the most logical. Attackers to do more damage, tanks to be tankier, and supports to have foresight so they don't get hit and killed. These effects cannot be evaded or resisted. Now, for the other side, the debuffs that they're going to apply, for their attackers, they're going to do offense down, which is going to prevent them from doing more damage. Supports, ability block, so they can't do their supportive attacks. And for tanks, defense down, making them less tanky. His second ability special is called Phylon 7 Tractor Beam Projectors. It's going to deal special damage to all enemies and remove 20% turn meter. So this is an AoE, or an area of effect, that's designed to do damage to everybody and slow their entire team down. His last ability, called Strategic Dominance, is going to instantly defeat a target enemy and deal damage to all remaining enemies equal to 40% of their max health. This is going to finish a ton of characters' ships off. It will also dispel all debuffs on a target ally and grant them 100% health, 100% protection, and 75% turn meter, and it will heal all other allies 40% of their max health. So everybody's getting a health gain, and the target is going to get basically an extra turn and refreshed back up to 100% health and protection. This is crazy. It's going to increase all cooldowns on the enemy capital ship by 1. This ability will start on cooldown. This is very similar to Darth Nihilus, except for it's like Annihilate and the ability to increase cooldowns wrapped into 1. That's pretty insane. He does also have a passive. This passive ability is going to apply to all allies. It says all allies. It's called Fierce Loyalty, and it says all allies have 25% critical damage, doubled for Empire allies. So all Empire allies are going to have plus 50% critical damage and 15% critical chance. When an enemy is defeated, all allies are going to gain 5% tenacity, stacking until the end of the battle. So the more people you kill, the more tenacious your team gets, the more they're going to be able to prevent those debuffs from applying to themselves. So pretty amazing that he's going to be able to give you critical chance, critical damage, and stacking tenacity just as a passive. So as general strategy on those first couple of abilities, for Calculated Strike, obviously, like I'd mentioned, you can use this ability to apply effects from your other ship's basics, such as targeting Darth Vader so you can guaranteed get that target lock on someone over there. This gives you greater flexibility with the utility provided by your capital ship. For Art of War, this has a very powerful impact on the battle. It bolsters your ships, makes them stronger while reducing the effectiveness of those enemy ships. Obviously, it's ability blocking theirs and giving yours the ability to have foresight to not be hit for support, or offense down and defense down. Offense up for you guys, defense down for them. So it makes you guys stronger, them weaker. This is a really amazing ability. And lastly, that strategic dominance is going to kind of help you bypass Endurance's damage immunity on a taunt, or you could deal with that pesky TIE fighter. It's also, because it's unresistible, it's also the first ability to lock down the enemy's capital ship's abilities by giving them those increases. This prevents them from reinforcing, using their ultimate, or even taking any significant action for an additional turn. Obviously, this ship is going to synergize well with any ship that's got critical damage, critical chance boosts, because it's going to stack on top of what he's providing. And the Chimaera is all about boosting the damage output, and so you do want to make sure you're bringing in as many Empire ships as possible, because you're going to get an additional 25% critical damage over what he'd provide other ships, which is going to maximize, obviously, your ship's potential. And then also ships that have strong utility on their basic. What I mean by that is ships that have a really good basic ability. We're talking about dispelling on basic like Umbaran Starfighter, or Darth Vader's ability to target lock on his basic. Things like that. Even Sunfac's basic that can target lock. Also remembering First Order TIE Fighter can grant itself 2 turn meter boosts. Slave 1 can do a lot of damage. So being able to use any of these bonus effects that your ships have on basic abilities, you'll be able to use those more frequently because of his basic calling and assist. So that is his kit. I hope that you guys are as excited about this new ability as I am, or about this new ship as I am. As always, keep your gaming on. Warrior out.
Commander Jun Sato, I wondered what it would take to motivate your return to my cargo.
And now you know, Admiral. Until we meet again.
Yes, until we meet again.